What started as a small Sunday gathering grew on to become a cultural movement. Even after taking a break for a while, they came back and reclaimed their throne. With tickets selling out in minutes and some people traveling for hours just to become a part of it, this isn't just an event, just culture. Hi, I'm Kodashi Naomi and this is Howt, hanging out with the coolest people and brands pushing culture forward. In this episode, we are at Tshwanefontein, brought to you by the HomeComing events team, the leaders of culture in Pretoria and beyond. I got to chat with the team behind the scenes to find out what makes Tshwanefontein special and what it takes to pull off an event like this. I also caught up with people and artists that make the event what it is. And I got to find out what the fountain of youth means to them. Let's hang out. Hi guys, it's another fun, the last fun that we're doing before the summer.
Hi, my name is Atabile Ngama. Everybody calls me Atabs and I'm the managing director of HomeComing events. Generally, the call time is 7 a.m. for the team. A lot of setup ideally usually happens the night before, but things can influence that. So some of your suppliers might be busy at other events or whatever, because it is a Saturday the night before. So we try to set up as much as we can the day before, and then the next day is kind of just, fixing whatever needs to be fixed or adding on and just working on whatever we need to before 11, because 11 a.m. everything needs to be shut. There's no loading in of anything. There's no deliveries. We are clearing out the venue, doing the last cleanups, and then getting everybody accredited. So that's what a morning looks like for Funday, and it's an early start.
We obviously have a cold fun. I know that we've got all the heaters and stuff ready. Fontaine, them are still doing the lights. We must just make sure that the door team must make sure that one heater does come to you guys, because no one's gonna remember. That's on you guys. Where's the door team? Who's working the door today? Yes. Hands up, door team. Why are you guys shy? If you don't say something about the heater, it's not gonna happen. There. So I don't want anyone sulking at 8 saying we never got a heater. I'll speak to the ground team about the heaters, because I know that once it does get packed, people don't actually care for them and they get too hot for the people closest to them. So we'll just have to walk around and check if we want to switch them off or what people are saying.
Please make sure that our cones come back inside. Last time we left them in the parking there. So just make sure we bring them back and put them up here when we're done. Justine, there's a security guy who has the remote at the back. Please just get it from him. If you have questions, I think everyone knows where to go. If there's uncertainty, Atabs, myself, PK is here, Tando's here for any brand-related questions. My name is Boogie. I am the director of events and execution. It's been an amazing story with Fontaine. Tshwanefontein saved this company, quite literally. So, when it first started, I was an intern, 2016, sort of at the tail end of our internship year. And I have such vivid memories of what it looked like back then. I mean, it's pretty much just friends, just our friends. It wasn't a sort of national phenomenon as you would have it now. And so, over the years, the growth has been exponential, tremendous. It's allowed us to do so many other things on the back of the Tshwanefontein name. Without Tshwanefontein, there wouldn't be a Sun City. Without Tshwanefontein, there wouldn't be a lot of the other things that we do, a lot of the other partners that we've partnered with over the years. We wouldn't have had those opportunities had it not been for the fun. It's the well where we all come to drink once a month. Well, it used to be once a month, but it's the well that we all come to sip from. It's an escape. It's our third place. It's the other place where it's not work. It's not necessarily family. It's not home. It's a place where we all come and we drink from this fountain, and it gives us new life. Consistently selling out rests on consumer experiences. So the work that we do in the back end, as well as the front end, really, to make sure that consumers are comfortable and that their experiences are worthwhile taking their Sunday out and coming here, spending 12 hours, 10 hours with us. It's really just focusing on consumer comfort, consumer experiences, and trying to make that journey from buying a ticket and getting home on Sunday night as seamless as possible.
Hi guys, I am Thando Vogwana. My role at HomeComing Events, I'm the brand and marketing manager. It's just a fancy title. I just oversee, like, you know, the branding of all these events, you know, how you guys perceive it on social media, the rollouts, the artworks, creative direction, you know, the videography, the photography. I oversee that entire process along with other things within the department, you know, like the merch I'm wearing now, our mini reality show on the YouTube channel. What else is there? Yeah, that's what I oversee. That's what's in the umbrella of the brand and marketing department. We have 3 departments: events and execution, brand and marketing, then sponsorship. So sponsorship are the people who speak to the Coronas and the Jägermeisters and the Johnny Walkers to help us put together experience for people, and also they assist in subsidizing the cost and making things affordable for you guys. So, you know, they help us curate the experience. So they have activations where they get to, you know, sample their products to the people. And in the same way, they also, the guys we are selling with at the bar, and to make, you know, drinks affordable. I think a big thing at events is that drinks are very expensive. People can't afford drinks. So bringing in sponsors to help subsidize, make it cost less, is why we do the things we do. So sponsorship does that, and how I do that is then how they are presented on social media. So as you're taking that beautiful sip of Corona because they sponsored the event, I make sure the photographers and the videographers capture that nice sip. But the people who are responsible for being here, the sponsorship department. Did I ever think I'd end up being here starting as an intern in 2022? Not really, bro. I was just here as an intern, just trying to do what I do, man. I was just trying to do my best. And I guess this is my 4th year here. Yo, I'm getting old. Yeah, this is my 4th year here, and I guess, you know, with anything in life, if you put your heart and your mind to it and you work hard enough, you'll make it. So yeah, but yeah, I did not think I was gonna end up here. I didn't come here saying I want to be a manager. I was just an intern, and now I made it here somehow. All times at 7 a.m. I wake up at like 6 because I live close. Wake up at 6, take a shower. 6:30, I'm at the house, get here 7 a.m. After a day that starts at 7 a.m., you guys are having the time of your life. I'm trying to go home. But my favorite part is that it's in Pretoria, you know. A lot of the time you have to go to Joburg for a cool experience. People don't really see Pretoria as like the go-to destination for experiences and events. So I think my favorite part is that it's here, it's at home. I can wake up at 6 and leave the house at 6:30 and I get here on time. As opposed to if my call time was 7 a.m. in Joburg, I'd have to wake up at like 4:30 or 5, leave the house at 5:30. You get what I'm saying? So my favorite thing is that it's here, it's in my backyard. Yeah. Fontaine was around before I was even here, when I was still in high school, when there were like 50 people at Fontaine, and, you know, people used to play board games and the tickets weren't selling, and, you know, tickets used to be sold at the door. So many years of, you know, making an experience that is worth the hype, making sure that it's consumer-centric. Everything we do goes back to the consumer. The reason we put up signage, the reason we do everything goes back to the consumer. So making sure that over the years we built a very consumer-centric event in the hearts of the city. And, you know, by the grace of God and the people, it now sells itself, you know, but it started with a few people playing board games. There was even a kids section, like people could bring their kids, and there was like a daycare for Fontaine. That's how much it was not selling that day when it started. And people went into Cruz on a Sunday, you know what I'm saying? And now it sells out. My parents once, because we got the tickets in January, we are here in July, and tickets sold out like that.
It takes a lot of work in terms of understanding your consumer and where they are. We always, in the office, talk about just socio-economic situations that influence how people have fun. And if you look at events or your events in a silo, like, okay, cool, I've got this great idea, I've got this amazing lineup, or I can do this thing, and you don't really think about the consumer. What's the consumer going through? What are their interests? What are days that they would prefer to go out? What kind of music are they listening to right now? Where do they feel safe? Or what kind of scenarios do they feel safe? What kind of pricing, alcohol-wise, are they, a little more comfortable with? Or, you just have to literally start studying the people that you want to speak to. And I think what we are really, really passionate about is doing that studying and understanding and learning. And the sold out thing comes from the consistent studying and understanding of people. So for example, when we brought it back, we had listened to a lot of people saying, okay, we appreciate this Friends Like Me thing, and maybe we might not have explored it if you kept Fontaine. We've explored it and we know what it is and we understand what it is and we love it. However, we still want this kind of experience, And that taught us that, okay, cool, these two things can coexist once everybody understands and appreciates them for what they are. So I think where the consistency in selling out has been in consumer trust. They trust us because we do a lot of work in understanding them and making sure that their needs are satisfied. And that is why they will always come back. So if we release a Fontaine, all of them released without lineups, and that's not why people are going. Had it been about the lineup, then they wouldn't have bought the tickets. So it must be something else. And it really has to do with the consumer centrism that we pride ourselves in, to say, you can trust us and we will make sure and we will keep you safe and we will deliver on what we said we will. And it'll be exactly what you want it to be. So I think that's the beauty of it. If you send to the consumer will trust you and they'll always be willing to ride with you.
My name is Taiwo and I'm from Mamelodi. No, opening said, I think they are better because of you get to take the mood up and to make people settle well. Yes. Today I'm looking forward to having fun, good music. It's a vibe.
Yo, I don't know how many times I've been here, but it's always a great time. Looking forward to taking shots with my buddies, and I'm also here for Natty Nice. Can't wait! Yay! And Nasty Nev. I'm from Soshanguve, so Pretoria, home vibes. Funny story, when the tickets came out, I was in hospital, but because I have the bestest of friends, they were on speed dial and everyone was buying as much as they can. So yeah, I have the best mates who keep track of tickets.
I am the girl that sells the merch for HomeComing. Yeah, I be selling the stuff we sell at the different events, the Friends Like Me sweaters, the new HomeComing tracksuit. Come buy it, fresh off the bat. Oh, it's a really cool design, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a while since we had like a full set for sale, since the H Galaxy Boy collab everyone has been crying about. Hasn't pulled through in a minute, so they decided to come up with another one. So it's new. I think we first started selling it at the last event, which was Mufasa, about a week ago. So the OG Friends Like is green, because that's what the start of Friends Like theme was. So there's green, and then came the maroon and the beige, and now we got like these cool, loudish, but no, not too loud colors, the pink, the lilac, and the blue. I noticed that like the older markets, the Tshwanefontein markets, they like the green and the maroon and the beige because those are more subtle colors. These loud ones, it's more for the youngings. Tshwanefontein's a nice crowd. It's the crowd of the culture. Like, it's the people who come like to all the events. Like, their faces. Every Tshwanefontein, they are there, So yeah, it's a nice vibe. My favorite Tshwanefontein, the first one I attended, which was supposed to be the last one in 2022. It was the 15-year anniversary for HomeComing, and it was supposed to be the final Tshwanefontein, but then they brought it back because, popular demand, people want Tshwanefontein, so it came back this year.
So, when we took the Fontaine break, we had been hosting Fontaine in the same place every month for 6 years. And I know a lot of people come into this Fontaine timeline at different stages. So it could be that you had only experienced a year of it and you're like, how are you ending this thing now? But there's people who have been doing this thing for 5 years. And as much as it's all different types of people and the crowd kind of renews itself as people get older and more interested and it gets more popular, we just felt like it had been a while. It had its timeline, you know. Events all have a lifespan. This lifespan could be 2 years, 10 years, maybe even 20 years. But we felt like, okay, cool, we had gotten to the end of this thing and we wanted to build different properties and newer properties that kind of spoke to the same people, but in a different way. And we had already known that we wanted to do more outdoor experience, more live experiences, and Fontaine, because of the space and how small it is limiting. So when you want to do like live experiences and bands and all of that, you need a lot more stage space. So as soon as we take more stage space, we're taking more seating space. So not only now are you taking space from the event space, but it means less people can come. And we're already fighting this whole situation where people can't get tickets and all of that. Everybody is annoyed. If we are taking maybe 200 bums from the situation, it's only going to make it worse. So we didn't think that trying to force this offering that we really want to do into the Fontaine space would be good for the name itself, and it was okay to kind of phase it out. Also, ending it meant that we ended it on our terms. It's not that the event itself plateaued or people were not interested in it anymore. You can do whatever you want if it's on your terms, right? The demand is still there, people still like it. So we said, okay, cool, let's stop this thing, let's build something new called Friends Like Me. And that's where we are now outdoors. We get to bring the live bands, a lot bigger performances. If people have dances, they can do dances. There's so many things that we can do with an outdoor and a bigger stage. And we didn't want a situation where people are afraid of something new and they want to hold on to the old thing, which is Fontaine in this case, and then they're not willing to try Friends Like Me. So when we cut Fontaine, it was extremely strategic to say, okay, cool, let's build this thing. Once we built Friends Like Me, I mean, it's been 2 going on 3 years of Friends Like Me, and it's doing really well. It's exactly what we wanted it to be. Once we got to that point and we saw that, you know, that gap for that Sunday mingle every now and then wasn't filled, we were like, okay, we can't bring it back, but let's bring it back on a limited situation. So we looked at our calendar and all the staples that we have on our calendar, found some gaps in between, and then we said, okay, cool, we'll just sell the Fontaine calendar to everyone. Everyone can make a choice to say, it's my birthday in July, I'll come to the July one, or there's a long weekend in April, I'll choose the April one. Or I want to do all of them, let me do all of them, you know, and it just made things a little easier for us, yeah.
If I don't give my mom tickets, who are you, bro? If I don't give my own family tickets, please don't ask me for tickets, bro. Buy tickets if you didn't get them. There's nothing I can do for you. Or watch HomeComing's pages, and when sponsors release tickets, something can happen. So Johnny Walker, for example, you have to buy a bottle of Johnny Walker, you could get a ticket. If you didn't come to Pick and Pay and buy that bottle, and then you still ask me for tickets on top, you didn't even try. So don't ever ask me for tickets, please. I don't have. I wish I had. If I could, I would, but I don't.
Do we encounter fake tickets all the time? So the scammers are getting better at their job, I must tell you guys. On average, the fake tickets you'll get will be someone taking a screenshot of the QR code and then sending it to multiple people. And in that situation, what you get is it's first come, first serve. The first person who comes, scans their ticket, they get in, and then the rest of the people, their ticket says it's already been scanned an hour ago, 5 minutes ago, whatever. So we know that they're trying to duplicate the tickets. That's the first way we sort of encounter fake tickets. The second way is scammers are creating a fake event on Howler, generating fake tickets and then selling those to people as well. So your event is registered to the company that the event is hosted by. So the ticket won't be registered on our system. So it'll just say invalid. We encounter fake tickets at all the events that we host. People try their luck all the time. And the biggest issue is that people are buying tickets from people they don't know. So a Tshwanefontein ticket is 250. I'm a reseller, I sell it for 600, but the ticket was never real to begin with. So I sell this one fake ticket to multiple people, make close to 2K, 5K, whatever, for the same ticket that won't work for any of these people. Unfortunately, there isn't much we can do. We can't compromise the event experience for everybody else who bought a genuine ticket by allowing people with fake tickets, especially if the ticket is fake. Because then the issue that comes in is compliance. We told JOG, the city of Tshwane, that our capacity is 2,000 Rand, but 2,000 Rand, that's a lie. There's 2,000 people. And then we let all of the people who unfortunately been scammed in, and now we're up to 2,700 people. So we do have to be very strict at the door. I don't smile here, everybody else at the door smiles. And we just need to ensure that everybody who has a valid ticket makes it inside the event. My name is Pavi. I am the assistant manager in brand and marketing, but on event days, I am the door manager. So I'm part of the ops team. Technically, we manage the door, scan tickets, tag patrons, check Hubly, check fake tickets. Yeah, that's basically what I do. So we don't encounter the scammer directly. We unfortunately encounter the victims, but it's a matter of being, very delicate with the situation. The thing is, you don't know if you're dealing with a person who's trying their luck or someone who's genuinely made the mistake of being scammed. So you need to be delicate with the experience. You have to tell them calmly that, listen, unfortunately, your ticket is not on our system and you have been scammed. There's nothing much we can do. Unfortunately, you do need to go home. For the most part, people are really sad about it and they'll just leave calmly. Other people will start whiling out. So we need to show them, which we don't mind doing, that you scanned your ticket, it says invalid, it's not on our system. We searched your email address, that's not there either. We searched your name, that's not there either. And probably the chances are someone sent you a fake ticket. Number one, if we post that the event is sold out, it's sold out. Number two, if you are going to buy a ticket from a reseller, make sure you know that person. Coming to the door and telling me, Babi from Instagram for me the ticket. I don't know who Babi is. There's nothing I can do to help you. But also what we do is, if there's someone who texts us, sends us a DM that, hey, I've tried to buy a ticket from this person, are you able to check that it's valid? That is something that we do. We don't do it often because we don't encourage reselling in the first place. It happens. We get it. FOMO is a real thing. It targets all of us, but some experiences you do need to miss if you're running the risk of wasting your money.
I'm Thandega, also known as Matandis, and I'm an intern at HomeComing Events. So today at Tshwanefontein, I'm working as HR. It's actually my first time in this department. I'm the manager, and right here I have the radios. Yes, so these are used for communication. I use this list for everyone to sign out and sign the radios out and sign them in. And then I make sure that everybody is fed, everybody's hydrated. If you need any equipment or stationery, just hit me up. What is it working on a day on Tshwanefontein? It's actually chilled. It's amazing. I like the fact that it's at home. So you're actually relaxed because you're used to the environment around. So basically, you just know where everything is kept. And basically, you can just go to the storeroom and come back, You don't know the vibe of Fontaine until you are here. You get? Because out there, you're just going to be like, Tshwanefontein, see the socials, it's going to be, you're just going to be like, yeah, this is nice, But when you come here, you're like, I'm never leaving. That's the vibe of Tshwanefontein. The favorite part of Fontaine? Oh, getting to see all these beautiful people. Oh my word. Have you seen Fontaine people? The community, everyone is beautiful. Getting to see everyone, getting to meet new people. And also the vibe, the entertainment is amazing. I mean, we've got the nicest vibe here.
I think it's the good vibes, the people that you see, the people that you meet. I always meet, every time I leave a Fontaine, I leave with a new friend or a new acquaintance or something like that. And actually, you can also do a bit of business networking at Fontaine. So yeah, but yeah, I think making friends is really, really nice at Fontaine. I think also there's a very, very big lack in decent events throughout Gauteng. So when I come to Tshwanefontein, I know I've got good quality groove, and I don't like going to places where my shoes get dirty because I love my shoes. So I know when I come to Tshwanefontein, they're always going to leave clean. So yeah, that's what brings me back.
This is a Naming food stall. We specialize with meat, prime meat, home cooked, good food. So we sell pap and meat. Our menu is right there. I hope you look into it. Provost roll, We call it famous boerewors roll because it's like super delicious and loaded. We have our chicken meal, either peri-peri or lemon and herb. Then we have our braai pack, which is your pap, your steak, and your boerewors. Our menu fits in very well for the groove because one thing that South Africans associate with when it comes to celebration is pap and braai. We like to braai, so braai is our thing. So we're bringing in the braai vibe because that's something we all associate with celebration, papa, nama, chakalaka, salsa. So that fits in with the theme, vibe, Tshwanefontein.
Hi guys, I'm Nogungaba Moyo. Yeah, we're at Party Kitchen. We're selling burgers. We have double bacon with cheese, chicken, cheese, ribs, and wings. Everything comes with chips.
Drinks?
One lemonade.
One lemonade, one ginger ale. Lemonade, ginger ale. That one.
Now I want one lemonade after this one.
Yeah? Okay, cool. So, my name is Sasha. I'm from Thirst Bar Services. What we're doing activation for Johnny Walker Plon, as you can see. So we're just doing some cocktails. You've got an option of mixing with your tonic, lemonade, ginger ale kind of thing. So it's pretty simple. And yeah, we're just putting it out there for everyone, see how they feel about it. So we're just doing complimentary drinks today. And so far, so good. As you can see, it's flowing. Almost done now. But we've got more. We're here until 6 p.m. So yeah, everyone's got a chance to just come through, experience the brand, let us know how they feel. Personally, I like mine with tonic, but it gives a more of a vanilla taste to it. It's giving summer. So we're just waiting for September and yeah, man. What makes the drink special is the fact that it's in between your Johnny Black and your Johnny Red, right? So this one it's sweet. You can literally have it with soda water, or you can even have it on the rocks. So it makes it very special because it's got a vanilla taste to it. It's not as smoky, it's not as strong or aggressive. It's literally just so smooth, so sweet. So yeah, something unique in the market.
Hi there, my name is Lakita and I'm part of the Duma Collective group. We are the company that's been contracted to run this activation, which will also be running throughout the country for the rest of the year.
Hi, I'm Raquel Abrahams. I'm also part of Duma Collective and I'm the head of production. So this is Essential Med. It is a medical insurance that starts at like 315 Rand a month. And basically what we're doing is pushing the brand because, yeah, I mean, you know, you always need some sort of insurance, so you need to be covered even during Groove.
We thought to ourselves, what do people need at events, you know? Instead of just giving them the boring water bottle and a diary, no one needs a diary at an event. So basically our essential pack is your essentials like water, lip balm, hand sanitizer, wet wipes, sunscreen, anything that you need at an event, at a festival, Sannam has got you covered.
I would say homecoming in general, but the main person, Athabile and Boogie, Nell and Katleho, they basically gave me the platform to be heard and to be seen and to go global. I mean, they're the reason why Cayman is such a big name today. So it's very good to be back. Feels good to be back, yeah. Because they're literally here to have fun. They're genuinely here to have fun, to meet people, to talk with friends. It's not about who's who. Everyone's just sitting in the same section. Everyone is eating the same thing, drinking the same thing. There's no like, you know, who's who. It's just very fun and it's Pretoria people. Karatama Pitori, guys. 012, Arna stress, Arna tava. We just have fun, we rock. That's why we're 012 rocks. Masanging, exactly.
I was at the first one, the very first one in 2020, 2021. It was peak COVID. Yeah, so when the country opened up and the homecoming guys are just like, oh my goodness, how do we reintroduce ourselves back into the market? And that's how this was born. It's grown in leaps and bounds. I mean, this thing sells out as soon as tickets are announced on social. So that shows that there's just a huge demand for places where people can come together and like have a good time. There's no VIP here, which is one of the greatest things about this event. The fact that everybody is important. And it's just such a nice vibe. The energy is nice. People are cool. You look amazing. I love it. And I think that's the elevation of this place, that it elevates people. There's even a series where there are people who met at Tshwanefontein and are now married, or they now have babies. So I love it. It's just, Tshwanefontein is home. New Year's Eve fun 2023. I came alone and I had so much fun because you always find people that you know at Fontaine. Neo Muela went onto the roof and just lit up the fireworks. And it was just so good. It was so wholesome, so beautiful. What a great way to start the year for me. And 2024 went on to be a really, really good year. So yeah, that was a very memorable one.
I think the Fountain of Youth for me means renewal. And as much as the play on it is just around like young people and hanging out, I think the essence of Fontaine has really been for a lot of people kind of regrouping with some friends, catching up, hanging out, especially because we used to host it every month. So it was always that one Sunday that everybody got to see a lot of their very close friends who live in Pretoria or around Pretoria, people that you maybe don't go to campus with or don't work with or anything like that. So you don't really see them often, but then there's that Sunday where you get to really just catch up, pour into each other, and you feel renewed going into that Monday, depending on how much drinking you do though. But yeah, you feel renewed. You kind of feel like, okay, cool, you know, life makes sense again. That thing when you meet with your friends after a while and you're like, oh, life is worth living again. I think that's what the Fountain of Youth means to me, just pouring into your cup from that fountain. The actual reason that we started hosting on a Sunday was because Saturdays are very, what would I call it? There's a lot of things that happen on Sundays. So personally, it means something different to everyone. There could be a funeral, there could be a wedding, there could be a family gathering. There are a million events happening. And Sunday for us was uncontested. Yes, the word is contested. Saturdays are very contested, whether it's people's personal lives, you know, your shopping, work spilling over, whatever it is. Saturday just always feels like there's something happening. And before, when we started Fontaine, or when Fontaine was started, if you're thinking 2016, there weren't a lot of Sunday events. And even if there were, they had already started to phase out at the time. I know there used to be events called Good Sunday, things like that, and they were already in there. Pop bottles, they were already kind of slowing down by the time Fontaine was picking up. So I think Sunday really made a lot of sense because it's just uncontested. There's no reason why someone couldn't come apart from just not wanting to. Yeah. When Fontaine started, it was actually crazy. This renewal word is a little more intentional than, or rather more integral than I actually thought it was. Because when Fontaine came through, the business went through a very difficult financial situation where we had tried, or we hosted an event and we lost a lot of sponsorship during the planning of that event. So we overcommitted ourselves. And it was actually an opportune time to close shop and say, you know what, let's leave this thing. And when Fontaine came about, the whole idea was to say, let's go back to the basics of eventing. Let's renew our outlook. Maybe we might have gotten a little complacent ourselves and comfortable to say, okay, we've got this big festival, we can do whatever we want, and, you know, overextended ourselves. Let's just go back to the beginning. And what is the beginning? People want seating, people want comfort, people want service. People don't want to wait in the queue for an hour to get a drink. People don't want to wait in the queue to use the toilets. People want clean toilets. People want safety. People want parking. People want security. People want to know that this place is controlled. And I think that is something that helps cultivate the culture, in that because we keep things controlled and, you know, security is such a big thing for us, people then start respecting the space in that way. So if we've got our team that goes from the setup crew to the maintenance crew, and then they end up becoming almost like escorts for people to get to their cars safely, so that you're not getting mugged on the way walking to your car. You know, it then changes the culture where we've got, for example, other guys will say, look, we're also walking to the parking lot. Ladies, can we walk you? And everybody understands why they're doing that because they've seen it done in the space. And I think it's just by leading by example. So if we find phones or whatever it is, we announce it and we say, we found a cell phone, you know, come unlock it and then you can take it, you know, things like that. Then it also, the consumer doesn't necessarily realize that they're also going to become or rather they're going to start behaving in the same way to say, actually, if I find a phone at Fontaine, the culture here is to give it back. I'm not going to leave it there. I'm not going to do whatever. We're going to try find the person because I could be next in that situation. So that's how you cultivate a community. I think you put yourself aside and think of the next person, and you understand where people are coming from and what their concerns are, and then you just lead by example. So if we, you know, make sure the space is clean, or, you know, we don't make consumers uncomfortable, then consumers like start to understand that, okay, cool, in this space, everybody respects each other, everybody does this, that's how I'm going to behave. And I think that's what makes people come back. It's just trusting each other, that in the space, no one is here for any ill intentions or anything like that. Everybody wants to have fun in a safe and comfortable way. I think that's how people struggle to duplicate things like that, is that when it comes to the fundamentals, they're skipping or cheaping out on a lot of those, and it's very important for us not to do that.